Previously on this channel. Hey guys, it's Rich, and today I'm doing what's in the box. So I spent $8 on 2 tarot decks. This is awesome. I love how this math works because these 2 decks, I kind of fell in love with the artwork just seeing it posted up on the internet. So I'm hoping that the artwork stands up to my expectations. And now it's all come in. This is the first time the box is actually being opened. Oh my gosh. Guys, you're gonna love this. I got the Tarot Illuminati, and I got, now for the reveal, Revelations Tarot. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I opened this box, and I've already looked through the cards a little bit. I am pleased with the artwork on this deck overall, and I'll explain more about the cards here in a second. But first off, cool box with a latch. Absolutely love that. The Revelations Tarot Companion Book. Pretty darn nice. I really appreciate the way that they did this book. They only give a small picture of the card, which is fine because I have the card in hand anyway whenever I'm reading the book. But the thing I love about this is because this deck is geared towards the upright and reversed meanings for each card, it gives the upright and reversed meanings in there in more depth than most books do. So I really do appreciate that. I have been looking for a deck that does reversed and upright meanings in a cohesive way for quite some time, and it's been one that if nobody else was ever going to put one out, I was going to put one out, and I finally found this one via one of Angelo's videos. So I do thank him for that video, and I'm looking to make sure all the cards are in order for the review. So if you're wondering why I'm looking down, that's why. And I'm getting things out of the way. So anyway, so the way this is going to work is I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys down, explain a little bit about the cards. And actually, I'm going to explain a little bit about the cards right now. So they are slippery. They don't have the plastic coating like the Rider-Waite-Smith deck does. They actually feel a little bit thinner. I'm comparing the 2 decks right now, and they are a little bit on the thinner side. Not really a favorite of mine to have a thinner deck. I like about the same cardstock as the Rider-Waite-Smith. I also really appreciate the coating of a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the plastic coating. These are done by Llewellyn, which I have a couple of their decks and I do like them, but I would really appreciate a thicker card so it lasts longer. Also, plastic coating is always a great thing. So the back is totally reversible, as is the front. So in a second I'll bring you guys down so you can see this in greater detail. But the back is nicely done, reversible, totally reversible. The borders along the edges, I am so tempted to cut the borders on this because I really think this deck should have been black borders to begin with. But cutting a deck is something I'm so nervous about that I would have to try on a very common deck like the Rider-Waite-Smith before I ever even attempt to do a deck that I bought that I really enjoy the artwork. Not that I don't enjoy the artwork of the Rider-Waite-Smith, it's just I get this, and this is more of a specialty deck than this deck. This deck I can pick up for $10. I think this one was $25. So yeah, I don't really want to slice and dice a new deck that costs more. You guys get where I'm going with this. Anyway, moving on, I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys down so you can see the cards. I will have, as per usual, the Rider-Waite-Smith right next to this deck so you can see the differences in the artwork and in the interpretations and everything. The way that these are depicted are nowhere even close to the Rider-Waite-Smith as far as I see. I mean, there's similarities, but really not even close. So I will do more explanations on that whenever I bring you guys down. So anyway, down. Okay, so here we have the full from the Revelations Tarot and the full from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. Like I said, these are totally reversible. With the Revelations Tarot, the view that you get from that side is different from the view that you get from this side. So it's a totally different layout depending on how the card is placed, whether it's placed upright or in reverse. I really have waited a long time for something like this to come out, and I'm so glad that I have these. These are more abstract of a type of artwork, I guess you would say, than the pretty straightforward Rider-Waite-Smith with its clean lines and whatnot. So it's going to take me a long time to go through this deck, to look at the reversal meanings, look at the upright meanings, look at what the artist's interpretations are. It's going to take me some time to do that. So the artwork is kind of fantastic. I'm kind of falling for it. It's a little hard on the eyes for me, just because I've not seen anything like this. It's kind of like a stained glass. That's probably the best way to put it. Whoops. I think that's actually one of the ways that it's actually described as a stained glass look, now that I think about it. But it is very, very much like a mosaic look rather than a clean line type of artist rendering. I do appreciate this artwork. It's not my favorite type of artwork. I really like artwork that is more realistic most of the time, especially with tarot. Oracle cards, you can get away with having something that's a little bit more abstract. But with the tarot, I really like the crisp lines, the realism type of artistry that goes along with the tarot. Not a huge fan of watercolor types, though I do have some that are, or I have one deck that is more watercolor type than just a regular realistic drawing. But I can do a watercolor type. It's usually just a little too floofy for me, a little too Pollyanna. I really like the darker colors, the more rich and vibrant darker colors. So, like I said, something like this, if they would have had a black border around it, I would have totally fallen in love with it. I would have probably gotten 2 decks at that point. So, yeah, they didn't, and I might have to trim it. Not sure. Whoops. 2 of Swords, as I said in a previous video, 2 of Swords is one of the stalker cards that I get, or that I have gotten in the past. So, really a card that I like to look at. And if you guys don't know, the while I'm setting all these cards down, they're going everywhere. So this is I'm trying to fight that. I'm trying to fight this bed that is not allowing the cards to sit straight up. This is probably not the best way to do a video. But I just had to share. Wow, that is a very impressive Ten of Swords. It's very appropriate Ten of Swords. Wow. Very powerful. But I had to share this with you guys because I have been waiting for the better part of a week to get this deck in. Because what happens whenever you get money from your Amazon trade-in? You buy tarot decks, of course. Duh. And you would know what that where that phrase comes from if you were following me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, you need to do so. You need to go into the bottom bar and follow me on Twitter. And if you're not subscribed, you definitely need to subscribe to my channel. If you would like a free audiobook, you can go and get a free audiobook through audibletrial.com. Get a 1 month free subscription. You can cancel anytime. If you don't like the book, you can send it back and they'll refund you. And if you do end your 1 month free trial, you still get to keep the book. So go ahead and get a free book after you're done with this video. Whoop. Okay, this shows you how I did not go through the entire deck yet. So it also gives you some card spreads on cards, which is nice. One's a 7-day spread, the other one is a horoscope spread, so that's nice. I'll set that aside and get back to the program. Love that Two of Cups. I'm just taking in some of this artwork as I'm flipping through here, so if I'm not going fast enough, I'll try to speed it up. But I'm just like, I'm captivated by some of this artwork. And then Pentacles. Even with something like this, something small that changes the meaning, the facial expression in the reversed meaning. This one here, this guy seems to be in balance. He has everything he's able to juggle in the air. Whoops. Sorry about the glare. There's not a big glare on here. I don't know why it's giving such a glare in the video. But he has all of his balls that he's juggling in the air. And he has quite a look of content on his face. But if you turn it upside down, now he or she, I guess, in either case, is kind of losing track of all the balls in the air. They're kind of going all over the place. You look at the feet; they're kind of off kilter. It looks like they're about to fall over. So stuff like that. I mean, I'm really falling in love with this deck. Just the little minute details. The Three of Pentacles, the workmanship quality, and then in the reverse meaning, he's sleeping. Yeah. Get that back into the frame there. absolutely loving. Whoops. There we go. Loving this deck. And I'm sorry, this video probably isn't the best setup for reviewing this deck, but I had to show you guys. If you guys want another walkthrough or something, or flip through of this, do let me know. And King of Pentacles. So that is the Revelations Tarot. Set those over there. Again, it comes in a very nice magnetic box, which I'm going to keep those in there for now. Yeah. If I can get them in there easily. I do have a bag that I made for both of these decks, and I will probably be using those bags, but I will also keep the boxes because these are really nice boxes. Nice, a nice book that goes along with it. So I do suggest picking this up. I know that both of these decks that I've recently gotten were $55 and something odd cents on Amazon, so you know, they weren't incredibly expensive by themselves, and I think I made a good choice in both decks that I got. So that is the Revelations Tarot, and yeah, that's all that I have for this video. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.